No, we can't just leave that boy here.
Ooh, I got my get out of jail free card.
That ain't gonna work. You gotta roll doubles first.
The 90s had us spoiled when it came to TV shows, specifically black TV shows. I feel like there were more black shows for us then than there are now. Maybe it's just me, but y'all, it was so lit. Moesha was such a staple for us. Every Monday at 7 p.m., we were locked in and waiting to watch. Now, when I was younger, I saw no wrong in Moesha. And I guess that's because I was and still am a big fan of Brandy, the Vocal Bible, Norwood. She represented for us brown girls for sure. But with age, I've come to realize that, oh girl, Miss Moesha Mitchell was problematic as hell. There are certain episodes that are still hilarious, but then there are a few that are so cringe to me now. And this is one of them. And as always, you know I have my thoughts. So let's get into it. So the show opens up with Moesha, Niecy, and Kim in Moesha's hoopty. And let's give a little backstory as to why she has a hoopty in the first place. Mr. Mitchell, Moesha's daddy, gave Moesha's ungrateful ass a brand new candy apple red Saturn. See, he was the owner of a Saturn dealership, and because Moesha didn't get the Jeep that she wanted, she turned down the Saturn like a dumbass and bought this piece of shit with her savings. I know, slaw as hell. So anyway, now her and her girls have to ride around in this.
Oh, I want to hear some music. Can you turn on the radio? Here, girl, do it yourself. Dang.
Child, the intentional struggle. So the show officially opens up to Moesha banging on Dee at her dad's door to let them know that she's home and that she needs a favor. Now, Dee and Mr. Mitch are currently trying to get some loving, but of course that can't happen when they have a worrisome ass daughter who doesn't know how to pick up on certain cues.
Daddy! What? I can't take her because I don't have my car.
Take my car. Good night.
Daddy! Did I interrupt something?
Turns out that Moesha's car ran out of gas and is currently on Crenshaw, parked in front of a bus stop, and because Mr. Mitch told her that only she can drive her car, Niecy couldn't help her bring the car home. It's stupid, but they eventually get out to get the car. So the next morning, Mr. Mitch addresses the fact that Moesha's been running out of gas quite frequently these days. Now, Mr. Mitch gave her $50 for emergency purposes only, but Mr. Mitch's definition of an emergency and Moesha's definition of an emergency was two different things.
I mean, I thought this party was casual. Then Kim called and said it was dressy casual, hence an emergency.
And of course, Miles has a suggestion.
Hey, Dad, you want me to go get the belt of knowledge?
So Moesha goes on to plead her case on needing a credit card for emergencies. Now, if her ass can't handle $50 cash, why on earth would they give her an unlimited source of funds? To be as smart as they wanted us to think she was, this argument was lacking, and her daddy was not trying to hear it.
Miles?
I'm way ahead of you, Dad.
In comes Hakeem, and Moesha tries to get him to help further plead her case, and I don't know why she even leaned on him for this, because technically Hakeem was one of their expenses already. And then to really send it home, Moesha says this.
I mean, don't you want the peace of mind of knowing that your one and only daughter is protected?
And Dee, being Dee, gets soft and agrees with Moesha. But Mr. Mitch then reminds both of them, as he should, that she wouldn't even have these problems if she would have took the damn Saturn. But she didn't. So now she's here. But Dee, seeing the silver lining in all of this, decides to push him to the decision that benefits them the most.
If not for her, then do it for us.
Dee,
And just like that, the credit card is hers. So we go to Moesha, Hakeem, and Kim picking up Q. Y'all, I used to have the biggest crush on this man. Look at him. Just a short king. But anyway, as Hakeem threatens to walk because he doesn't want to sit next to Kim, Q decides to give him a little reminder.
With those brand new sneakers, you be barefoot by the time you hit Figueroa and butt naked by the time you hit Weston.
So as they try to leave out, child, Moesha can't even crank up the car because she's too afraid to mess up her nails. Why did you cut off the car in the first place? And how did you crank it up and drive to his house? See, this is not connecting for me. But as she struggles to get the car started and damages everyone's ears in the process, Q's able to convince her to let him drive. And remember, her daddy told her not to let nobody drive her car. Yeah, this won't end well. So they're riding around in Beverly Hills of all places. 4 black teenagers in a hoopty are bound to get negative attention. And Q alerts everyone to be cool, but they are freaking out.
Be cool. Might think I'm Tupac.
And that's supposed to keep us out of jail.
Man, control your girl, kid. She's not my girl.
But I can be controlled.
And when the cop gets to the car, Moesha does Moesha.
Why did you stop us?
And she keeps going.
Why are you harassing us? I mean, shouldn't you be arresting Robert Downey Jr. again?
And at this point, Q knows that it's a wrap for his innocence, so he just asks the cop which position to assume.
How you want to do this? Rodney King or Martin Luther King?
You know, I was gonna let you go until homegirl here mouthed off.
So of course, Q gets locked up, and now the gang has to go and get him out. Q's bail ends up being $335, and now they have to scramble to get it together, and you already know Hakeem ain't got it, and I don't even know why she asked Kim.
Kim, darn, all I have is a $5,000 bill. You think Mr. Drowsdale got change?
And then Hakeem comes up with the bright idea to charge Q's bail on Mo's credit card, and she does it. Like a dumbass. So we fast forward to all of them and Niecy being at the den, their local hangout, and Q gives Moesha back the money she charged on her credit card for his bail. At least he did that. But now Moesha still has to worry about the charge that will appear on the bill. Now, Q brings up his friend Donnie, who's apparently good at fixing issues like Moesha's current one. But this friend is a little questionable.
Hey, Donnie. You were supposed to fix my computer. Where you been, boy?
Cyberspace.
But anyway, Moesha goes on to tell Donnie her problem, and he starts talking king shit.
See, I'm gonna pay the bill. I just don't want it to show up on my daddy's statement. Can you do something like that?
That's Mariah Carey. Now, I know you don't think she sold that many records.
See, I'm gonna need him to get off of Mariah though. For real. Now, Moesha starts getting cold feet and tries to back out, but Q knew exactly what to say to push her into the right direction.
When he gets the bill, just tell that the kid he don't want you hanging out with. He's driving the car he told you not to let nobody drive, got pulled over by police, went to jail, had to bail him out with the credit card he told you only use on emergencies, that's all.
So, Donnie makes plans to come to her house the next day to solve her credit card problems. So we fast forward to the next day when Donnie is helping Moesha and he's getting a little flirty. But as she goes to thank him for seemingly erasing her problem, something else happens.
Ooh, busted!
Now, how did we get here? Moesha was head over heels in love with Q, but the moment somebody else flirts with her, she's willing to risk it all. Q is not going for none of this. But anyway, we go back to Kim and Niecy at the den, and Hakeem comes in with some hot tea.
Yo, Mo is in a you, me, he situation.
You lying. Mo would never do that to Q. Who's the other guy?
Miles then told Hakeem all of Moesha's business, and now he's telling the girls, and it almost slips out in front of Q. And they try to clean it up, but it's just awkward as fuck.
If we see her, we'll tell her to call you.
Okay, do that.
We then go back to Donnie and Moesha, and apparently there is something more that needed to be done. And as Donnie is going in again and attempting to finish what was started the other day, in comes Q, and baby, he needs answers.
Baby, what you doing here?
What's up, Donnie? What you doing here?
Why don't you ask Mo?
Now, Moesha got two boys that's not even supposed to be there, by the way, about to jack in her living room. And if the situation couldn't get any more tense, her parents pull up, forcing her to put both Donnie and Q in the closet. So as Dee, Miles, and Mr. Mitch head into the kitchen to put up the groceries, she swiftly gets Donnie and Q out of the house. But her worries weren't over, because as soon as she gets into the kitchen, she finds her dad on the phone and shit is about to get real.
What's wrong with Daddy?
Oh, just a little discrepancy on our credit card bill.
Uh-oh.
So Moesha tries her best to sneak out, but baby, she wasn't quick enough, because the truth finally comes out.
Radio Hut, 2308, got it. Beverly Hills Police Department, $375. Beverly Hills Police Department?
And it was a wrap. Moesha tried to lie at first about the charge, but once her dad started talking about bringing his attorney in, she fessed up, and baby, Mr. Mitch took her car, her phone, and her boombox. Child, not the boombox. She's lucky her punishment wasn't more severe, to be honest, because she fucked up real bad. And is it me, or did everybody have this bedspread back then? But yeah, this is the end of the episode, and here are my final thoughts. Moesha's biggest flaw was that she simply didn't know when to shut the fuck up, and she could be really ungrateful at times. I mean, her reading the room skills were lacking. Her big mouth sent Q to jail. Her ungratefulness is the main reason her ass was riding around in a hoopty and not a brand new car. She had no other responsibilities at that point, and she still couldn't keep gas in her car. She literally had no other bills. Why was she running out of gas so often? Especially in the 90s when gas was like under $1 a gallon. And as much as she was running Hakeem, Kim, and Niecy around, baby, they could have pitched in. Hell, Q could have put something on it. I mean, I'm just saying. And again, if she wasn't even able to handle $50 cash, why give her a credit card? She's already proven that she's irresponsible as hell. And then when it comes to the cop pulling them over, if she would have just listened to Q and kept her mouth closed, they could have just gotten a ticket and kept it moving. But of course, she had to try to exert some uncalled for intelligence. This was not the moment to try and prove something, sis, especially when there are factors stacked against you. And another thing, what did Donnie call himself doing if the charges still appeared on the card and Moesha got caught anyway? See, me and Q would have to go see him and get a refund. But yeah, that's it, y'all. I had fun doing this. I'm not sure if I will be doing TV show reviews every week, maybe every other week, but there are other Moesha episodes I want to do. And if there's a certain episode you want me to review, just let me know. Eventually, I would like to do other shows as well. For instance, Girlfriends, The Game, College Hill, Virgin Islands, Child, the second season of Laguna Beach. Those are just a few that have crossed my mind. So let me know what you want to see and we can start a list for TV shows. Anyway, y'all, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time, you guys. Bye.